Hey, legal besties, and welcome to Ladies in Law. I'm Michaela.
And I'm Allison.
And while season two has wrapped and we are currently working on season three, we just wanted to hop in and give a little life update. And we have Allison here, which is just the most exciting thing ever.
I'm so
I
excited to be back.
We missed seeing your face.
I missed you.
Creating Ladies in Law has just meant seriously so much to us, and we have really striven to build a community just full of women and allies that show up and champion one another. And throughout season one and season two, we worked hard to educate and empower and help others just meet people that also help them know that they are enough and that they are never too much. And so while I wrapped up season two solo because Allison was on maternity leave, we just wanted to kind of pop in and have Allison give us a little bit of a life update.
Yes, so I was so bummed that I had to miss a couple of the recordings, but I'm back today just to announce I had my baby, obviously. So now I have two little girls that I'm taking care of, and they are just my world. I already had one when we were recording our first season, but now having two, it's a completely different experience, and it has been just transformative in so many ways. Obviously, now that I have these two girls, it's motivated me to kind of continue to expand my practice and continue to meet other people. And so I just am so proud of the work we did in seasons 1 and 2. We have built a community. There's so many amazing women that we've met, and I'm just excited for the future. We'll see what happens.
And if no one, like, if you do not follow Allison, you have to, like, immediately because you could see the babies' faces and they're just like so. Oh my God, she makes the most beautiful babies. Shouts out to Johnny too. But they are literally like the most precious things, and it's incredible just like watching you be a mom to them as well, because I think it's one thing to want to strive to be um, a strong woman, but to raise them as well, like you're doing an incredible job.
Thank you so much. And it has just been, like I said, and I think I said it in season 1, it like lights a fire inside of you because now these two little people are looking up to you. And so while it has been a lot kind of getting back into the rhythm of work and transitioning to like life with two, it's been amazing.
I'm just proud of you. Like, I know that it is a transitionary period, obviously, because it's like your first time doing it, but you're doing it with such like grace.
we are just I'm winging it. I'm just figuring it out as I go.
Hey,
And
it
also,
counts.
I will say I have reached out. Like I use social media a lot, and I've reached out to different people that we've met through the show and through social media. And I ask people like, how do you survive parenthood with two, and just like trying to stay on top of everything. And so I just think it kind of goes back to the core of the show. It's building a community, reaching out to other people for advice and tips, not just in what is like the legal realm, but also just like outside of that, because it really does become a lot trying to do it all and do it well.
Yes. Well, I think also like something that I've always admired about you, and also just like a lot of the guests that we've had on this show, is the transparency and the vulnerability where you don't have to put up this front of like, yeah, I can do it all and it's easy and I still get 8 hours of sleep every night and it's wonderful. You're like, 8 hours, what? Um, like that's like important because I think like we want to set realistic expectations. We also want people to not feel alone, and like it's okay to feel like you have a lot to juggle, and like you're allowed to have heavy seasons, and sometimes the
Oh
heavy
yeah.
season feels like it's never gonna end, but it does.
And I think that was one big thing when I was in law school. I remember trying to like figure out like how am I going to have kids and be an attorney, and I would look online and like I don't know, I think social media has changed a lot over the last couple years, and people are becoming more transparent, but you would see these, powerhouse women in law, and you're just like, man, how do they do it all? And I think I have a really strong support system, and I talk about that a lot because I could not do what I do and have like my sanity if I was juggling everything. So um, I'm always happy to like if anyone ever has any questions on like how to juggle multiple things, like I am just an open book, because I think the more transparent you are about something, like the more accessible it is, and especially for people that are in law school or maybe haven't even made that jump, like talking to others that have and that are figuring it out still, it just, you get a different perspective for sure.
Yes, 1000%. And I think that community part is so important. And I think we always kind of come back to that. It's just like, you are not alone. Like, you are probably not the first person that has ever felt this way. And that's not like in a minimizing kind of way, but it's just like important to not just feel so alone in those moments.
I literally posted on Instagram the other day because I have a trial coming up. I literally posted, has anyone had to pump in the middle of trial? How do you do it? Like, how do you tell the judge about that? And like, I'm sure someone has, and I posted it on my attorney page, and I had all these like messages come in about good tips, and I was like, oh my god, because I don't know anyone personally that has, and
Most
so
people
it was
aren't
just
posting it.
it was amazing to just like see all these like people that I don't know personally, but that had amazing tips. I was like, wow, look at this.
Awesome. Like, that's incredible too, that like you've curated a following network that like wants to show up too.
Yeah, no, I will say people are so willing to help and like reach out, and that's been the biggest thing, I think, just taking advantage of social media and putting yourself out there. And there is a lot that you can gain from social media. I know there's people always talk about the bad things about social media, but I also think there's a lot of good that can come from it.
Agree. Well, I think a lot of it like also comes back to intentionality. You know, it's like we get to control, I mean, to a certain extent, what we're intaking, right? And like what we're putting out there and what we're engaging with and what we want to follow more of. And so I think just like having the intentionality bleed intentionality. Did I even say that right? Then that's intentionality is good, folks.
But it's true. I think like my entire algorithm used to be so different before I had kids, and now that I've like post about it a lot, I get certain people that will like message me and they'll ask me questions, or I'll reach out to people and like post about that stuff. And I still try to maintain my professional, like I try to have boundaries, but it tends to bleed. And it's just, yeah, it's hard because like sometimes you have a community in your day-to-day life, and like some of my friends don't have kids yet, so like you don't have that, like they might not have great tips on how to like deal with a certain season, but then I have this other community of friends that I've made, and it's great. I can kind of touch base with them and be like, how do I survive this?
It's important because it's different when someone can like intrinsically understand the chapter.
Especially with like, I think you and I have talked about it, it's like being an attorney is not all of our identity, but it's such a big part of it. And so finding someone that gets not just being a mom, but like being a mom, being an attorney, and also going to trial, like those are very specific things. And if you find someone that has had that experience, like for me personally, it was just like, thank God I found like a group of people, get a little group chat going.
Yeah, that's huge. Okay, so you've mentioned trial. Can you tell us anything about your professional journey right now?
So I actually just took a new job not too long ago. I'm still doing personal injury, but I'm expanding my practice to include employment, which I am so excited about. I have always just seen other people do employment law, and you really are working with clients like most vulnerable states. Some of them have been terminated, some of them have been discriminated. There's very interesting cases, and so I'm super excited to be dipping my toes into employment. But the job that I took, we're also expanding our offices into Wisconsin and Nebraska, and so I'm in the midst of getting licensed there, which is it's exciting. A lot.
Yeah, and a lot.
I'm very excited. I feel like I'm a brand new attorney again because it's like I have to submit my like fingerprints and my moral character application.
That makes me sweat again.
I know. It's like, oh my god. But it's exciting. I think, like I said, I'm still doing personal injury, but I'm learning new things because now it'll be Wisconsin, Nebraska, and California. So as I begin to transition my practice into Wisconsin, Nebraska, and also take on employment cases, I'm going to be taking some time away from the podcast. I will obviously always be a fan, but I won't be recording, and I'm super bummed about that. But I think it will continue to be an amazing podcast, and you'll have me as a fan.
I'm so incredibly proud of you because I think something that like we have always talked about and that has been like a part of season 1 and 2 is just like knowing what to prioritize and when to do it. And I think like you are such an incredible advocate and attorney and mom and wife and friend and everything. And so the fact that you know how much you have to give is just not, it's just, it's rare, you know, when like, you know what you need and like you're advocating for that for yourself. And I think, I don't know why I'm getting emotional. I love you so much. You know, like I know we have like worked really hard to build this like pod and this community, and I'm just proud of you for knowing what you need. And I'm also just like so happy that like no matter what, you're my best friend and like I get to do life with you forever, so like that's exciting. You know.
And I think for the podcast, like it's grown so much, and I obviously wanted it to continue. I don't want to ever put myself in a situation where I'm not giving my best because I'm just juggling so many things. And so while I am stepping away, I think you're going to grow it into like this amazing thing. And who knows, maybe I can make a guest appearance every now and then.
That would be amazing. It's not a goodbye, it's just to see you later.
Exactly. Yes. See you later. There's always so many like events and conferences, and I think people,
Yes.
when you're in the legal industry, you come to know that it's actually a very small community. There's so many attorneys in LA. It's like LA Central for attorneys, but it really does become a smaller community, and especially when you're looking at female attorneys, it's even smaller. So I'm super excited for you guys, but I know season 3 is going to be amazing. I don't know what exactly will be coming up next, but I will be a fan and I'll be listening from the sidelines.
Love you, and I'm proud of us, and I can't wait for you to come to still all of the ladies-in-law events that we have planned and for your guest appearances, because I love listening to you talk.
I'll come steal all the swag.
Yeah. I love you so much.
I love you too.
And thank you, everybody, for tuning into Ladies in Law, and stay tuned for what we have in store for season 3.
Bye, guys.